You're tuned into the first newscast devoted to the Highland Lakes area. Local team coverage on Tribune Headline News, bringing you the stories you care about now. Hi everyone, I'm Connie Swinney. You're watching us on Northland Channel 15. Here's a look at the stories we've been working on. Burglars strike at a Kingsland church. You won't believe what they took and who's hurt most from the damage and thefts. Authorities are asking for the public's help in the case.
Why would someone do this? Why would someone do this to a church? Why would someone do this to a church on Easter weekend?
The wife of a Llano leader dies in a traffic accident. We have details. And we have Marble Falls and Burnett baseball on deck in this broadcast. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
Don't worry about that heat. Winds tomorrow will cool things down a bit, but will add to our fire danger. I'll have more later in the forecast.
As our school and city elections draw closer, it's important to know who's shaping the discussion for these critical issues in our area. The Picayune candidate forums can be found on thepicayunetv.com and also Northland Communications Channel 50.
Welcome back. Who would do this? That's the question that leaders are asking at a church in Kingsland. Llano County investigators report burglars took cash, foreign currency, laptop computers, video cameras, and caused thousands of dollars in damage, and all just before the Easter weekend. Raymond Whelan has the story.
In a house of worship, the last thing you might expect to see is extensive property damage and a string of missing items.
We're giving things away every day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So these folks could have come and asked for help. We would have given them. Of course, we wouldn't have given them our laptops. We'd give them food and clothing and help with electric bills and help with rent. My goodness, we help people. That's what we do. We share with people.
According to Llano County investigators, sometime overnight Thursday, someone broke into the First Baptist Church of Kingsland. Church leaders discovered the crime on Good Friday. Burglars took laptops, sound equipment, video cameras, and a safe.
The 800-pound safe is what they hauled off, which is crazy. And it had about $600 worth of Uganda currency called shillings. 1,200,000 Uganda shillings, which we were going to use for the orphans in Uganda that we would, take back to on our next trip. And I think another $200 cash and important papers. In terms of the other damage, it was just a lot. Every locked door nearly was destroyed because they were looking for cameras. We had a couple of video cameras stolen, some sound equipment.
Thieves steered clear of the church's prayer room and sanctuary. As a result, church leaders canceled their Living Word Supper Friday and Saturday night as the sheriff's investigation continued. They held a prayer service instead.
During our prayer service, we just said, does anybody want to share their feelings about this? And it was real good for the church family just to vent from a traumatic experience and just say, I'm sad about this because, and it hurt me. It was a violation of our church family.
By Easter Monday, it was back to church business as usual. Congregation members continued to stream in to offer help in preparation for the church's 50th anniversary in July, offering support and understanding in the shadow of a senseless act.
We forgive them, but the county sheriffs probably won't.
This is Raymond V. Whelan reporting for thepicayunetv.com.
Authorities say they recovered the safe in the east side of Kingsland, just off Ranch Road 1431, a few miles from the church. Investigators are asking for the public's help in catching suspects. Call the number on your screen with tips. In Burnett, an upset worker who threatens to shoot his colleagues goes to jail. 59-year-old Justin Wesley Miller is charged with terroristic threat, according to Burnett County jail records. He remained there Monday on a $15,000 surety bond. Here's what we know about the alleged incident. Burnett police say the case unfolded Thursday at a company known as Stealth Products in the 100 block of Kelly Drive in Burnett. Police responded to accusations Miller was threatening to shoot everyone in the building. Authorities evacuated the business and Miller was arrested. No one was injured. The Llano community is mourning the death of a community leader. According to DPS, 59-year-old Brenda Rieger died on April 21st on this stretch of Highway 29 in Llano County after her Chevy SUV collided with an 18-wheeler around 5:30 that day. Brenda Rieger is the wife of Llano Mayor Mike Rieger. Services were held at First United Methodist Church on Monday in Llano. The driver of the 18-wheeler and a passenger were treated at Scott & White in Llano for non-life-threatening injuries.
Because experience matters. For home, auto, business, health, and life, we are here for you. When Galloway experts make top providers compete for your business, you win. The Galloway Insurance Team since 1935. Burnett, Horseshoe Bay, and Marble Falls.
Vera's Strength and Fitness. Fitness programs that are fun and exciting with true performance and true results. Vera's Strength and Fitness, 708 Industrial Boulevard, Suite 101 in Marble Falls. Welcome back. We've seen some relief from dry conditions, but just how much longer will it all last? Jared Fields joins us with your forecast.
Hello everyone. We've got a hot day today, and while winds may cool us off tomorrow, the dry air has us in a fire weather watch tomorrow, so watch out. Here's your Highland Lakes forecast for Northland Channel 15 and the Picayune TV. A dry line that moved into the area Monday still lingers as low humidity during the day increases our fire danger. Tuesday will have a high near 95 with wind around 15 miles an hour. The low tonight will dip down to about 61. Wednesday, highs will reach up to about 86 with winds of 20 miles an hour that gust up to about 30. Wednesday night will have lows close to 50 degrees. Thursday will heat up to about 83 as a high, and the winds will calm down to just about 10 miles an hour. And we'll warm up a little bit on Friday and Saturday, but you can watch us later in the week for more details about our weekend weather. Until then, have a good week. For Northland Channel 15 and the Picayune TV, I'm Jared Fields.
Thanks, Jared, for that report. And now for the latest in area baseball action. Here's Jennifer Fierro.
The Burnett High School baseball team was looking to extend its winning streak to 6 straight games, but this time they had to travel on the road to Nemesis Liberty Hill. Well, Emma Litterer and the Bulldogs got it done, beating the Panthers 8-3 in a rare Thursday night game before the Easter holiday. Emma threw all 7 innings, looked incredible. Now, the Bulldogs did get going in the first, scoring 5 runs in the first inning, highlighted by a 2-run homer from teammate Grant Martin. Bulldogs never looked back. We did get a chance to talk to head coach Tim Perkins, Grant Martin, and Emma Litterer following the games. Here's what they had to say.
It was big, you know, we go out there and we make some errors, but when we come back in the dugout, we've got guys picking each other up, you know, knowing that our bats are hot right now, and that's nothing out there when we make an error, because our bats are going to make up for that.
Emil's done a great job like he's done all year. I mean, this is what he lives for, something like this, a big game. He eats, lives, and dreams playing in the big game.
I just went into shutdown mode. Kids at school call me game over, which just, I love it, because whenever you get to that 7th inning, that's when the real bulls come in. My arm's been feeling good this week, so I just went after them.
The Mustang baseball team was looking to do the same thing to its nemesis, Lake Travis. Unfortunately for the Mustangs, they couldn't get it done, although they did keep it close. Lake Travis took a 2-0 lead into the 6th inning. Stacy Heinitz led off with the double. Then he went to third when a teammate, Carson Bowen, hit a single. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Head coach David Norwood said the Mustangs called for a safety squeeze, which did not result in the run. The next batter struck out, and then, of course, that meant that the runners were left stranded. Meanwhile, that was the wake-up call the Cavaliers needed. They scored 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to put the game out of reach. Now, Marble Falls is looking to end the season at home Friday night at Scares Baseball Field, 7 o'clock against Leander Vandegrift. That's it for sports. I'm Jennifer Fierro. Connie, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. It's a testing week for area school districts. Tax testing is underway in Marble Falls and other area districts, and most school campuses will be on lockdown for the next few days. Those were your headlines. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have an interview with a Place 4 Marble Falls School District candidate. It's part of our Candidates Forum series, and we invite you to check out our additional sessions on Marble Falls Place 3 and Marble Falls City Council candidates on our YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. For the Picayune TV on Northland Communications, Channel 15, I'm Connie Swinney.
This is Tribune Talk with Thomas Edwards, Special Candidates Edition. Today we take a look at the Marble Falls Independent School District Place 4 race. Join us as we put the questions to the candidates. Welcome back to Tribune Talk with Thomas Edwards. Today, Special Candidates Edition. In this edition, we're covering the Marble Falls Independent School District Place 4 race. Two candidates, incumbent Tommy Chaney and candidate David Barr, could not be with us today. However, we're delighted to have candidate Jerry Watson. The format will be 3 questions to Mr. Watson, and he has a minute to answer, and then final question will be a wild card question. Mr. Watson, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Our first question, what are your plans to deal with the current and future budget struggles at the school district?
Well, I think currently I would continue the policies they have in place. It looks like they're on pace to get most of it straightened out. And then in the future, I think we've got to do what most companies do, and they forecast out, they look at next year's revenues, they spend within those revenues, and I think more importantly what we need to do is build up a reserve so that we're not in a situation if we get caught in a bad area, we don't have anything to draw back into.
Good, thank you for your response. Second question, with so much emphasis on testing, how does the board ensure that today's students get what they need for a changing and competitive world?
Well, I think the standardized testing is important. I think it lets us know where we are with other schools around the state, and of course it's state mandated, so we have to do that. But I believe in a round peg and a round hole. I think if someone shows that they want to go to college, we have a pathway to get them to college. But I have a niece who didn't want to go to college, and at her high school she was able to take courses her senior year so that the day she graduated she got a beautician license and a high school diploma, and 10 years later she owns her own business. So those are the type of things I'd like to see us also look at.
Well, thank you, Mr. Watson, for that response. Our third question, the Marble Falls Independent School District is looking for a permanent superintendent. If you're elected to the board, what will you look for when you hire that person?
Well, I think there's some have-tos. I mean, they have to know how to run a good budget. They have to know how to hire good personnel. But on the intangible part, I'd like to see a really energetic, motivational type person. I'd like for it to be after they speak to a group of teachers, those teachers are ready to go out there and go the extra mile. When they go and talk to business leaders in the community, those business leaders want to get involved in the school district. So those are some of the intangible things that I'd like to see when we do the interviewing and the selection process.
Well, good. Thank you very much for that response. Now, our fourth and final question, which we like to call the wild card question. And the wild card question is drawn from responses from readers, viewers, and our own staff. The candidate has not been given the question ahead of time, and we're looking for an extemporaneous and a sort of off-the-cuff response. So, Mr. Watson, the Marble Falls Independent School District is seeing a growing number of non-English speaking students. What can the school district do to help incorporate them into society?
Well, we've got ESL and we've got programs for that right now. I believe in immersion. I think that if we can get them into the English-speaking classes earlier and get them acclimated to the language, I think that they're going to have a lot more success. I think there's some studies out there that actually show that. But I would be open as a new school board member to look at all the different things that they could offer to show us what would be successful. But off the cuff, I'd say immersion.
Immersion. Good. Thank you very much for that response. This has been Tribune Talk with Thomas Edwards, Special Candidates Edition. Today, we've been talking to Jerry Watson, candidate for Place 4 on the Marble Falls Independent School District. Two other candidates are running, incumbent Tommy Chaney and also Mr. David Barr. Unfortunately, they could not be with us today. Thank you for watching. Please remember to go vote May 14th and have a great day.